I'm back!
While I was gone, I got the channel a sidekick. See, every good gaming YouTube channel has to have a sidekick, so I put out a Craigslist ad and, well, let him introduce you to himself. Lulu, take it away.
Tenemos más de 20 años de experiencia conjunta trabajando en el mercado audiovisual y producimos videos de todo tipo.
Classic Lulu.
Amiibo!
Used to be everywhere. Massive lineups outside of Best Buy, ridiculous scalping, it was madness. Shelves upon shelves of them in every game store. Yet, nowadays, let's see if we can find an Amiibo shelf. See? No Pac-Man. What happened, man? Well, in order to figure that out, we're gonna need to go back. I'm gonna run through the history of Amiibo, for those of you that may not know. Now I know some of you are like me and have been a Nintendo fan since birth, and use the fact you own a limited edition Pokemon Game Boy Color as a defining fact of your personality and bulletin point of your resume. But for some of the newer people to the fandom, let me explain it to you. See, Amiibo's issues start with the root of all problems in the world, both past and present. The Wii U.
Nintendo's home console at the time was starting to struggle. And wow, I bet you nobody's ever said that before.
Yes, I know you've heard this a million times before, but it's true. See, the Wii U was a lot like me. Tall, white, and f***ing useless.
Although at least the Wii U had a fun game to play where you went for the eShop to load.
This was the only redeeming fact of this console. Nothing else. So yeah, the Wii U, all of 2 people bought it. Okay, like maybe more than 2, but like only 2 people I knew, so. Obviously it did have an install base, but when you look at it compared to the previous console, f***ing yikes.
So Nintendo needed someone to bump up the old revenue, and they decided to take the route that wasn't tax evasion.
It's okay, maybe next time.
Amiibo launched alongside Smash 4 with the main functionality begin to train your CPU, play like you.
Yeah, nobody used that.
DK's in, this is gonna be bananas.
I'm not in.
You're not in?
I don't have one of those.
I love you, you're my brother, but I don't know if you're ready.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta train in the mountains for several years before you can properly handle plastic of this caliber.
I actually didn't make it into the track team that day, so I was kind of upset. That was just a personal thing.
You didn't make the track. I mean, I made the track team. It's a no-cut thing.
There is a cut.
Videos de productos o servicios. Videos musicales y corporativos. Nuestros clientes confían en nuestro trabajo.
People just didn't unbox them and, left them to gather dust on a shelf. Typical collector type shit. However, I do get the mentality of leaving them boxed. The Amiibo training mode, it was lame. It was really lame. Nintendo fans will try to lie to themselves and lie to you, say that it was so much fun, but it was not, it was lame. So even though I wasn't using them for their actual functionality, I figured I might as well unbox them. I mean, they were only 15 bucks. $21 Nintendo. 21 bucks on this, okay? 15, that was cool. 16, maybe okay. But you expect me to spend 3 extra toonies? That's crossing the line. I mean, these things are just so small. I can get other way more substantial figures for that price as well, so why would I bother? Now you could argue the price increase was due to demand, economics and shit. But no, Amiibo were in demand temporarily, and increasing the price of a fad is a good way of keeping the fad not going. Once it becomes less accessible, it becomes exclusive, and then only a select group of non-ass washers stick with it. Amiibo were first and foremost a collectible. The functionality wasn't really important. What was important was that I could have a Mr. Game and Watch of my very own. But this led to a problem. The Amiibo with high stock just sat on store shelves, while the wow, I can't believe you got a Chrome Amiibo, I hate showering too Amiibo just were nowhere to be found. Giving Amiibo actually entertaining functions would help alleviate all the mass stock of common Amiibo, keeping Amiibo from being just another collectible being scalped on eBay, and maybe keep the brand going in a sustainable way. I don't know. Again, not just as a fad. A lot of people thought a Nintendo crossover game was coming, structured like Skylanders, or at the very least a new Smash DLC using Amiibo in a story mode. It would have been perfect because Smash 4 didn't actually have a story mode. But no, just costumes. Bro thinks he's Party City, like for real. I think what really did Nintendo win with Amiibo is they just oversaturated them. The whole appeal of Amiibo in the first place, at least from my perspective, was that most Nintendo characters didn't have a lot of accessible merchandise. This may sound funny now, but back in my day, it was kind of a rarity to see shirts and hats and watches of anything but Mario, Pokemon, and maybe Zelda. And yeah, Nintendo merchandise isn't everywhere now. I don't see f***ing Rihanna rocking a new Metroid t-shirt. But I am grateful for the fact that generally I can walk into any Walmart in the country and find a Zelda t-shirt that's graphic will probably wash off after a single cycle. Again, progress. Anyways, Amiibo. It was cool for people to get figures of these obscure characters. Like if you were a Xenoblade fan, or maybe you grew up with the Game & Watch games or something like that, and you actually being able to get merch for these random franchises, that probably was cool for a lot of people. It wasn't anything these fans were probably expecting, but it's something they desperately craved. Not everyone who's collecting knew all these characters, they just liked Nintendo and didn't know how to open a savings account.
Oh wow, is that a Zelda?
No, that Link.
Oh wow, is that a Pokemon?
No, that Kirby.
Oh wow, is that Marth's dad?
No, that's Ike! How do you not know Ike? He ended racism. To Nintendo, however, it didn't really matter why you were buying them. All they thought was,
Look at all the squabbling peasants, all for some plastic. When we'll give them the plastic right, as much plastic as they want.
Sir, your meeting to work out Prime 4's release date is in an hour?
Didn't tell them I'll reschedule.
Sir, you've already rescheduled 8 times?
Do not question me!
sorry, I can't help but to bring up Prime. But yeah,
Ew!
nobody, not Animal Crossing fans, not Nintendo fans, not representatives from Big Plastic, wanted this. And they were everywhere. It was cool at first. Oh wow, a Mr. Rossetti amiibo. Well, aren't I tickled pink? Slap my ass and call me Melvin. But after a while, it went too far. Every Animal Crossing character and their mom got an amiibo. Who the f*** are you? Grandpapa?
Hello Grandsully, it's been a long time. We should catch up, you've grown so big or whatever. Anyways, please Venmo me $500, I am in severe debt. That raccoon is out for my kneecaps.
I can sit here all day complaining about what Nintendo might have did wrong, and I think a lot of these criticisms are valid. But maybe there's simply nothing they could have done. Toys to Life was just a fad, like Beanie Babies, Tamagotchi, or heroin. Amiibo was just another part of the fad. I may have thought the brand had much more potential than the other ones, but with the oversaturation of Toys to Life and a lot of the initial companies who started the craze pulling back, I'm not really surprised Nintendo decided to as well. And I mean, Amiibo technically is still going. Releases are infrequent and nobody really cares, but they're still here. Big Plastic wins again. Amiibo is still going in the Switch era, even though it can be easy to forget. Games don't really promote Amiibo as much anymore, Nintendo marketing doesn't really either. The most you'll get is a Nintendo Direct announcement, I guess. Putting Amiibo on the same level as WWE Battlegrounds. Good for it. It seems Amiibo will fall into the same category as the e-reader and Rob the Robot. Just another Nintendo attempt at merging toys and games. But this attempt is by far the most successful. So yeah, even though it's an afterthought now, Amiibo was a success. Feels like Nintendo won't carry over NFC to their next console though, but we can appreciate it for what it was. Anyways, let's wait for Amiibo to ride off into the sunset. I mean landfill. I mean sunset. While Nintendo gears up for their NFT push 10 years too late. You know it's coming, don't say I didn't warn you. You're gonna have to pay $3 grand for a voluptuous Goombas pack just to pull some Animal Crossing character. Douglas the dog. Then you try to convince yourself and your family that Douglas will resell, you'll make your money back. This Douglas is a special variant. Tell little Timmy his college fund wasn't that important. Douglas is all you need. Do you want that to happen, huh? Do you want Timmy not to go to college? Well, if you don't want that to happen, then support Amiibo, damn it. Don't say I didn't warn ya.
This message is brought to you by Big Plastic. Proudly selling you shit you don't need since the Industrial Revolution.
Like, subscribe, bye.